Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment of our program brought to you by Benedict Construction. Local companies like Benedict Construction have made today's show possible for you, especially since they actually built our set on time and on budget. All right, I call bull on this one. K-State fans are glad John Currie left. Well, that might be true, and it might turn out to be a good warning, like Al Davis with Lane Kiffin, but I wouldn't put too much stock in it. Most ADs aren't popular, and I remember UT fans weren't thrilled when Doug Dickey retired. How'd that turn out? Okay, here we go. Chuck Cavaleris is over at the big board. I want you guys to tell him, or you can tell us, winners or losers coming out of the press conferences after all this thing's said and done. We're going to start with UT's coaches. Are they winners and losers in the hiring of John Currie, Bob Hodge?
I'm going to say UT's coaches are losers, and it's not because of John Currie. It is because when you go to a new athletic director, as the old saying goes, people want their people in there. You've got several UT coaches that are on the border of not being coaches much longer if they don't have good seasons. So that's extra pressure, so I'm going to say they're losers. Not because of John Currie, just because of new AD.
Okay. The media, there are folks calling it fake news that we were all over the place reporting what the boosters were saying. Media winners or losers, Jimmy?
I guess we're losers. People think we're losers. I'll say this.
About this particular subject?
I have never covered a story where I had more good sources give me conflicting information. And so I can't tell you 100% exactly what happened. I don't know everybody that was talked to. I don't know everybody that was interviewed in Nashville or New York. But in trying to get to the bottom of this and talking to a lot of people and putting it together, it's hard to do because you did get so much different information from good sources, different people, boosters, committee members, whatever. So it was hard to. If it was fake, it was not intentional, at least on my part.
Fake is, people use that a little too easily these days. The one thing I'll point out is, in terms of sources not knowing what's going on, apparently there was actually one committee member who didn't know what was going on as of Monday. So I don't think it's just the media. But yeah, you'd have to call us losers in this one. Chuck Cavaleris, let's see who you've got. A couple of L's up there, thank you. Beverly Davenport after the press conference.
Beverly Davenport after the press conference. Well, during the press conference, we know she loved Peyton Manning. She loves Peyton Manning. She loves Peyton Manning. But after the press conference, I like the fact that she made the hire she thought was best, and she did it herself. A lot. She didn't just do what she was told. Okay. I'm going to give her a W.
Okay, I think your back half of that is correct. I don't think she was a winner with the public, though. No. I think she lost the presser, but I think the fact that she did her own thing, I don't have a problem with that. Mike Griffith, John Currie, after the press conference, how'd he do? Winner or loser?
Yeah, well, I thought he was good. I thought that John showed he had a lot of Tennessee knowledge. I think he, again, I keep saying checked all the boxes, touched all the bases, but I think John Currie did that. I thought he represented himself well. I thought he represented himself professionally. He showed good energy, and I thought he hit all the points that Tennessee fans should be listening for if they can get past his name.
I thought he was enthusiastic, which I thought was kind of positive. Energetic is a good word to use it. Mark Pancratz, boosters in this. Do they have as much power as they used to, or Jimmy Haslam might have more? I think if there was a power grab, it looks like Haslam has a little bit more than Anderson right now. Winners and losers in this. Were the boosters winners?
I think that's the one that you can split down the middle more than anything. I think it's the one where you, like Jimmy's already talked about, you've got people that are saying they're not going to give money. But I've also talked to 3 or 4 yesterday that we're really excited about it because they've dealt with John Currie on the basketball side, and they were really enthusiastic about what John's going to do. At the end of the day, you've talked about it a lot, John. The AD is always going to be split down the middle when it comes to boosters because he's going to be pleasing to others and not so pleasing to some. So I think it's split down the middle.
Okay, we can go to the whiteboard board and show what Chuck has drawn there. He tried to draw a question mark, and it just looks like a scribble. All right. Last one, guys. We got just 10 seconds here. We'll take a little bit more. Peyton Manning. I think this shows why he's smart, and we've said it. He'd be crazy to coach here. He was involved in one controversial decision, and he's already got some former players mad. He's got some fans upset with him. All he did was he weighed in on a hire and showed up at a press conference, and it ticked some people off. By default, Peyton Manning's no loser. But in this situation, I think he lost some because instead of everyone just always saying, hurrah for Peyton, in this case there were some that went, what's he doing? Is that fair or no?
I think it's very fair, and I think if you look at this, this is the first time in this area of the country that somebody will have something negative to say about Peyton Manning.
That's why
the
I'm not
first
coach.
time that there's something.
Well,
negative
I
to
think
say.
Bob's right, and the thing is that a number of players that Peyton Manning called were upset about the former firing. There was some pushback toward Peyton Manning from those players, as we know. So that's probably the first time he's caught that type of criticism from Tennessee people.
Steer clear of coaching here, Peyton. Steer clear.
He will.
He referred to that a couple years ago and joked at that very
Yeah.
thing. As soon as I take over, I'll lose half my fans. That's true. Let's take a look at the board, what we came up with. Tennessee coaches, losers. Knoxville media, losers. Beverly Davenport, okay, winner. All right. Chuck's being very nice today. John Currie, winner. I thought he was good at the press conference. Tennessee boosters, kind of a split. Peyton Manning, loser. We're using that term loosely there.
That should be a small L.
Small L, there we go. Don't draw anything else, Chuck. All right, when we come back, local reaction versus national reaction. I want you to see this. We're going to compare Tennessee's reaction to Currie and Davenport to some other SEC schools based on Vol Twitter. Come on back.